Here we are given the quadratic model h of t in feet, which models the height of the ball above the ground after t seconds it was thrown. And in part A, we have to determine the maximum height of the ball. So, for example, if we have a quadratic function f of x, this equals ax squared plus bx plus c. The maximum height or the maximum value of the quadratic function is occurs at the vertex of the quadratic function. That is, the vertex is given by f of minus b by 2a. Or we simply have to find out this expression f of minus b by 2a. This gives the maximum value of the function. So we will utilize this formula to determine the maximum height of the ball. So let's copy this h of t function. We have h of t equals negative 16t square plus 124t plus 32. First, we identify A, B, and C. A is the coefficient of the t square, and B is the coefficient of the t term, and C is the constant term. So first, let's determine negative b by 2a. So we will find this value, negative b by 2a. This equals negative of 124 divided by 2 times of a is negative 16. So these two negatives will get cancelled, and this equals 124 divided by 16 times 2 is 32. So when we plug this into the calculator, we get the value as 3.875. So we have found only the negative b over 2a. However, we have to find to h of minus b by 2a. That is, this is the one which represents the maximum height of the ball. So we have to find h of negative b by 2a, and this equals h of, we already found h of minus b by 2a is 3.875. So we have to find h of 3.875. And this means we replace all the values of t as 3.85 into this equation. So therefore this equals negative 16 times of 3.875 quantity square plus 124 times of 3.875 plus 32. We can evaluate this expression by plugging into the calculator and determine the value of this. And this comes out as 272.25 feet. So this is the maximum height of the ball. In part B, we have to determine the time it takes for the ball to hit the ground. So when the ball hits the ground, the height will be 0. And this means we can replace h of t equals 0 into this equation and determine the t, that is the time in seconds. So let's do that. I'm going to replace h of t equal to 0 in this equation. So therefore this becomes 0 equals negative 16t square plus 124t plus 32. We have to solve this quadratic equation. You can solve this either by factoring or by using the quadratic formula. So first I'm going to rewrite in terms of some reduced terms. So I divide both sides by 4. When I do that, I get negative 4t square plus 31t plus 8. Now, in fact, I can multiply both sides by negative 1. This is 0 times negative 1 is 0. And here I have to multiply all the terms by negative 1 just to make sure that we have a positive term for the t squared. So therefore this will be changing the sign. This is 4t squared and negative 31t negative 8, and this equals 0. I can rewrite this as this expression equals 0. I'm going to determine the value of t using the quadratic formula. So let's identify the a. A is the coefficient of t squared, and b is the coefficient of negative t, and c is the coefficient or the constant term. So let's use the quadratic formula for t. So the quadratic formula is minus b, that is negative of negative 31 plus minus under the root b square, which is negative 31 quantity square, minus 4 times of a times of c. C is negative 8 all over 2 times of a, which is a is 4. So we have this expression. Let's simplify this. So therefore, this becomes negative of negative 31 is positive 31, plus minus negative 31 square is 961. Can use the calculator, plus 128, and this becomes divided by 8. So we will simplify this. This equals 31 plus or minus 961 plus root 28 is 1089, and we take the square root. Square root of 1089 is 33. So I put 33 over here divided by 8. So we will now have two solutions for t, that is 31 plus 33 by 8, comma 31 minus 33 over 8. And when simplified, this is 31 plus 33 is 64, and 64 divided by 8 is 8, and this will be 31 minus 33 is negative 2 over 8, and this reduces to negative 1/4. In fact, we can ignore this value of negative 1/4 because t cannot be in negative seconds. So we simply take only t equal to 8. So therefore, the final value of t equals 8 seconds. So we say that it takes 8 seconds for the ball to hit the ground.